Good morning, chicks and chickens. Welcome back to Old Man Farm. My name is Sid, as always. Looks like it's Freddie's birthday. Definitely gotta go say hi to that old geese. I love Freddie. Also, I would like to get our 80 hardwood completed for good old Robin. Also, we will try to finish our cow fencing today. We'll see if that happens. That's third on the priority list, just because it's not really time-based. Oh, look at all this. Okay, but beyond that, it's going to be a pretty normal day. Pretty nice, relaxing day, barring any unforeseen run-ins with any townsfolk. It should be a nice, relaxed one, which I need, because I don't know about you guys, but this past weekend, I had to deal with 37 different Thanksgiving-related activities. I guess we can go ahead and check our luck, though, real quick. Let's see. Good humor. Don't believe it matters, but hey. But yeah, it's Thanksgiving here in the States. Well, the week of. And as such, just so much to do. And I think I've said this before, but I'm a bit of a humbug. Not that I dislike the idea of, oh, the whole family gets together and we eat food. I'm into that. But I get overwhelmed very easily, and as such, holidays really throughout November and December, I'm just in like high alert mode, because I get so overwhelmed, and then by the time I'm done being overwhelmed, it's the middle of January, and the seasonal depression kicks in. So this is just a pretty miserable time of year for me. But I feel better. I feel better this time as compared to normal, because this is my first time going through it sober, which is actually making it a little easier, oddly enough. But anyway, that's not what we came here for. We'll get into that in a little bit. But yeah, so I'm excited to have just sort of a bit of a chill day. I am actually recording this Sunday night because, if you know, it is my work Monday, so I will not actually be able to record on the day of. But what that means is I am recording this actually just before Sunday's stream of the Scumbag Joja run over on Twitch. So I don't know how that went. I know it's going to be fun either way, but I don't know what kind of turnout, or if there was anything unexpected, or how it went. But I assume it went well, and anyone who did pop by, I appreciate it. And if you wanted to, but either missed it or just didn't get the chance for some reason, I should be doing this every Sunday. So as always, the link to my Twitch is in the description if you're interested. And here in a couple of months, or at least until January, I would say we're going to have at least that much time. But until then, I will eventually be cutting these videos up and turning it into a weekly series. So we'll see how it goes. But I'll shut about that. I'm not going to talk about it again until until this weekend. I promise. I won't just inundate you with advertisements for this every day. But hey, let's go ahead and read this letter. Dear Sid, I would like to give you some information about an upcoming event, the Feast of the Winter Star. It's time for the community to come together and think back on all the good fortune we've had this year. A favorite tradition is the secret gift exchange, where everyone in town is randomly assigned to someone else. On the day of the festival, everyone brings a gift for their secret friend and surprises them with something special. This year, your secret friend is, drumroll, Shiro. Oh, it can be Ridgeside people. Okay, don't tell anyone. The feast will take place on the 25th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the town square. See you then. Oh, that's not Mayor Lewis's voice. I didn't know it was Mayor Lewis. Oh boy. Okay, you know what? We'll make it a point to come back to that. Let's go find Freddie first. Look, Jeff and Grover are having a meeting of the minds. But okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go find Freddie first. And then we will come down, replant all of those I keep wanting to say dragon fruit, all those star fruit, and then we'll head off to do the hardwood chopping. So, there we go. But yes, oh. Sorry, what? You love these, eh? Here you go, Ian. Yesterday, Abigail helped me move some boxes. Her purple hair looks real good on her. Oh, hey. Don't tell her I said that. Go for it, man. Here you go. You can re-gift her this. This is great. Thank you, Sid, really. I don't know if that's something Abigail will be into, but go for it, man. Okay, off to find Freddie. I believe he lives over on the leftmost side of town. Whether or not he's home or not, I can't really attest to. But, here we go. Is it this farm? I don't think so. I think it's down here. Hey, Tort? What's his name? I can never remember his name. Torts. Begs for soup. I'm sorry, Torts. I don't have soup. Note to self. Make soup for Torts. Okay. I think this is their house. Oh, and we even get a cutscene. Look at that. Hello there, young Sid. I'm on my way into town to do some shopping. If you're looking for my wife, she's in the shed. Is this the start of a horror movie? Do I need any help? Oh, don't worry. These old bones can still manage a shopping trip on their own. See? Gonna do a jig. Oof. Maybe I'm not as spry as I thought. That's okay. Freddie seems to be having a little trouble moving. If you really have to go into town, I can come along and help. And, I don't think you should go out. No, I'll go along and help. Love, Freddie. Oh, really? Of course, Freddie. You know, I might take you up on that. It's a bit embarrassing having to renege on what I just said, but there's nothing to be done, I'm afraid. I've never seen renege spelled. I won't be dancing a jig anytime soon, I tell you that. Anyway, errands. I'll take you up on that offer. I don't know why I've made him like a 1920s like Barker, but that's what we're going with. Well then, let's go. I just saw his face and I assumed that should be his voice. It's like baseball, see? It's the hot new thing. You like Cracker Jacks? I think we need more pepper. Can you get some over there, Sid? I would really appreciate it. This is just getting ridiculous. His voice is going downhill. The pepper's on the bottom shelf. Oh, Pierre, snazzy jacket. Freddie, how's it going at the village? I haven't visited in ages. Oh, same as always, Pierre. Peaceful to the point of being idyllic, I'm happy to say. I remember when you were young, playing with Bert and Carolyn in the village. Fond memories. Oh, I remember those days. I will get a picture of Pierre, why not? You never know what you had until it's gone, Ah, this'll do just fine, Sid. Thank you. Here's what I owe you, Pierre. Thanks, Freddie. Sid, take care of him on the way back, will you? Don't want him to fall and hurt himself. Well, jeez, put that juju into the world? Hey now, I took one wrong step. I'm not about to keel over. Yeah, you tell him. Pierre's a schmuck anyway. Every time I enter the village, it always reminds me of the first time my wife and I moved here. We just retired early from our old life, settled down. I still remember the faces of the youngins from back then. Some moved and some stayed, as it goes. Always try to enjoy your youth while you can, Sid. Most people take it for granted and worry too much about what's coming instead of what's already here. It never hurts to focus on the present from time to time, okay? That is very, very good advice, Freddie. Alright then, let's get back home. You know, I didn't notice until this cutscene that Freddie had a cane. Freddie, thank you again, Sid, for the help. I did that out of order, but the sentiment remains the same. Hey, buddy. You remembered my birthday. Thank you. This is great. What the hell is that? Oh my god, I thought she was a snowman. I was like, why is there a snowman with a lampshade? Oh, hello, Lola. One should really learn how to fend for themselves. I learned that early in life. That's also very good advice. You guys are, I like you too. Oh, I like this. Yeah, Lola and Freddie are good people. I really do enjoy them. All right, Grover. Let's go chop some hardwood. Where do we go? Oh, I'm all turned on. Nope. Okay, I know where we're at. I do not know Ridgeside well. Oh, there's the horny ninja. What's her name? I don't remember. I'm just the worst. Lenny! Lenny, come back! It's a nice gift, Sid. Thank you. You're very welcome. I love Lenny. She is so far superior to Lewis. Lewis, Lewis isn't even that bad, except for the way he treats Marnie. That really just makes him kind of insufferable, but, if it weren't for that, he'd be perfectly fine. Okay. So, as I said, it has been Thanksgiving around, around these parts. And so like I said, I don't mind the getting together and everything. It's fun, whatever, I'm glad we do it, but it stresses me out. But there is one thing about Thanksgiving that I absolutely love, and that is green bean casserole. I am team normalize eating green bean casserole at all times, because I just think it is just the best food. So I'm all about that green bean casserole life. But I don't really get that into most other Thanksgiving things, quite honestly. Turkey, ham. I'm allergic to cranberries, so. Oh, and speaking of, we went to a Friendsgiving on Saturday, and they had stuffed the turkey, like in the stuffing, was cranberry based. So then the gravy that was made from the turkey drippings was also laden with cranberry sauce, or juice, not cranberry sauce. That's a whole different item, isn't it? But yeah, so I think I've talked about this before, but with my food allergies, anytime you tell someone, they're like, "Oh my God, I'm sorry, you should have told me, I would have made it differently," and I'm like, no. It's seriously, you do not have to accommodate me. If I wanted something special, I'll bring it myself. It's no big deal. And I am a firm believer that it is not other people's responsibility to cook around your dietary restrictions, be they through allergies or other things, not in a large group like Friendsgiving setting, right? It's not like my mom was like, which I'm not, this is just an example, but it's not like my mom saying like, "Oh, my son's lactose intolerant, but I refuse not to douse everything in cheese," right? Like, at least make one dish without cheese, right? Because it's a family setting, it's more intimate. That's a little different, but in general, and I don't know how many of you have school-aged children, but we are not allowed to make homemade goods. Like say, for instance, for my boy's birthday, right? I can't make him cupcakes to take to school to have his treats for, the other kids. Which sucks, because I would like to do those kind of things. He's allowed to bring treats, but they have to be like store packaged. Like they cannot, they can't be homemade. And that is because the school just errs so hard on the side of caution that, for children's allergies, which, listen, I'm kind of torn on that one. I get it. Again, so the reason I'm torn on that is because, as I just said, I think it is indicative on the person with allergies to be aware of what they're eating. But we're talking about, like, for kindergarten up to, whatever grade. Like, I mean, they're children, so I get where maybe they might not be as aware of that, and they might not even think like, well, I didn't even think to ask about being allergic to peanuts or whatever. So I get why they err on the side of caution with small children. But it does kind of suck for me. Oh, poor me, I don't get to make cupcakes. But I think that's just a kind of, like I said, a bit of a what do you call that? It's like a bit of a special case, since it is children involved. But I would also say that I do still think that at least for me, and this is on a parent-to-parent basis, I would hope that the parents of children who have food allergies have made their children like be very vigilant about that, because it is still incumbent on the child to be aware of the fact that they have, you know, that eating food could be potentially dangerous, if not lethal to them. I think that's something they should definitely have a hand in making sure that they keep track of. You know, again, I understand why the school does it, I really do. But I hope that these kids are also being taught that, because you cannot rely on the world around you to take into account your food allergies. And for instance, like for mine, being allergic to so many fruits, man, I have to look at everything. Things that you wouldn't even think, like, I would have never thought there was apple in that. Well, you'd be amazed, you know? And so yeah, I don't know how did I get on this? Oh right, talking about Thanksgiving foods and cranberries. But yeah, I don't know. But hey, you know, speaking of, can you tell I'm real manic today? It's been a lot. I was gonna ask though, and I'll probably ask this more than once this week, so it's okay if you don't answer. But I'll probably ask directly on Thursday. But do you guys have like a favorite Thanksgiving food? And I know we do have some international watchers who don't celebrate Thanksgiving. But yeah, do you have any kind of other like harvest festival kind of thing? And if so, is there a food related to it that you really enjoy? I'd be very interested, because you know, I found that even something like Thanksgiving, that I think in general, at least for me, I tend to assume is fairly homogenized in America. You know, it tends to be a lot of the same food items, right? But I have found that, you know, it's not even so much regional as much as from family to family. There'll be a lot of things that they make that no one else makes, or ways that they make it. So that's really interesting to me, because I know that when I was living in my van, I made a Thanksgiving meal, and you know, ate it with some people, and there were, I remember specifically the green bean casserole being a thing where people were like, huh, you know, I don't think I've ever had this, or like, oh, I've had it, but it wasn't like this, or blah, blah, blah. And I think that's really cool. Specifically, how a dish that is, it to me, like green bean casserole is like directly, it's a staple of Thanksgiving. But you know, for some people, it's not even a thing, you know, or it can be made so differently. Like I've seen some people that don't put so like for instance, my stepmom puts the fried green onions that go on top normally. She puts them in it and then some on top as well. But that way they're actually in the casserole itself and like sort of saturated in there. And I don't know too many people that do it that way. Most people just put it on top, you know. And yeah, just different things. I don't know. I'm interested in that. So yeah, if you have a favorite Thanksgiving meal, or not meal, excuse me, like what is your favorite part of the meal? Because again, I've talked about this before. I tend to not like overload my plate with meat. Like I had the tiniest, I had like 2 bites of turkey, which was actually quite good. But I usually at Thanksgiving, my whole plate will just be a bunch of sides. You know what I mean? It'll just be green bean casserole, mashed potatoes, corn, stuffing. You know, it's just all the sides, and not an actual, none of the larger like main portions, main dishes. And I always get seconds of green bean casserole. Always. There you go. This should be enough. Now, I know I said I'd rip out these tomatoes, but we will not be having time for that tonight. So, for tonight, let me go ahead and do some sorting of things, and then we will get to bed. All right, this is mostly sorted. We have a few other things, but it's, you know, it's no big deal. Just want to make sure we don't get to bed too late. And somehow I managed to do all this without getting rid of this hat. There we go. And we're going to hang up these other paintings tomorrow. But let's go ahead and check our weather. Bundle up, it's gonna snow. Oh, our caviar's done. We can get another started. Oh, crap. I thought that was a rug. Okay, excuse me, Jeff. Well, everyone, I am sorry that I was all over the place tonight. That's, you know, that day off, I feel like I come back and I have so much to say. But I just end up mumbling and, you know, only getting half-formed thoughts out. So hopefully tomorrow I will be a little more focused. But at this point, you guys understand. Especially those of you that hang around this late into a video, which I appreciate. But I'm going to go ahead and get to bed. And then I am going to go start this Joja stream over on Twitch. So, thank you for watching. Be good to each other. I will talk to you tomorrow. Good night.